Good morning. Today we are going to learn a new chapter in our mathematics class. And this is going to be chapter number 10, lesson 1A, which is measures of central tendency. And the objective for this lesson is to find the mean, median, and mode of a given set of data. So here we're going to see some concepts that you have already worked with this in 6th grade. So I hope this is more of a review than of a new concept, but we're going to see the information here. So here's a concept. There are 3 different ways to describe the center of a data set. The center of the data set gives us some very valuable information about the numbers and the data that we are working with. So they are here. Mean, which is the average of all numbers. The median, which is the middle number in the data set, and we'll see that for this we need some ordering put in place. And the mode, which is the number that occurs more times in the data that is being shown. The first one we're going to work with is the mean. The mean, for you to find the mean, you have to add all the numbers of the data set and divide by the amount of numbers in the set. So here we have what? We have a very cute dolphin. And the dolphin, the information that is given to us is that fish eaten per dolphin. So we have here some numbers. 10, 12, 10 again, 8, 20, another 10, 15, and 18. So that is the amount of fish eaten per dolphin. So how do we find the mean of these numbers? First thing we have to do, we have to get all the numbers that are given to us, all the information in our set. This is our set, our data set. So we get all this information and we add up all the numbers, just like we said over there. First we add up all the numbers and then we are going to divide it by the amount of numbers or by the amount of information that we have on the set. So here we have 10, just in the same order that it was there, I put over here. But later on, I'm going to show you that there is an easier way of doing this. So 10, 12, 10 again, 8, 20, 10 again, 15, and 18. We are going to add up all the numbers. The second step that we have to do is after we add them up, we divide by the number of items. In this case, we have 8 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So we get 103, which is the sum of all these numbers, and we divide it by 8. What we get here is 12.875. In your exercise, in your problems, the ones that you're going to solve, they will tell you how many decimals you're going to work with. Usually 1 decimal or 2 the most is enough. But in this case, I put all of them, so this is a terminating decimal right here. The next one that we're going to work with is the median. The median is the middle number, which means, of course, the number that is in the middle of the data ordered from least to greatest. This is one information that you cannot forget. The numbers need to be ordered from least to greatest. If you don't do that, then your median is going to be wrong, and we do not want that. We want it all correct. So if there is no middle number, find the 2 numbers in the middle. If you have an even amount of numbers in your data set, then you're not going to have a number in the middle. So what you have to do, find the 2 numbers in the middle of the data and average them, which means you're going to work with the mean again over here. So let's see one example here. The first example, I have all these numbers, 513, 971, 929, and 11. So the first thing that I have to do is what? To put my numbers in order from least to greatest. And if I have, in this case, I have 2 9s, 3 9s. So I put all of them. I don't write just one of them. I write all of them. So 1, 2, 5, 7, 9, 9, 9, 11, and 13 there. So they're all in the correct order now, from least to greatest. I count the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. There is a number right here in the middle. That number that is in the middle, that is my median, right here, median. The number that is right in the middle of the set. This one here, let's see what we have. Now we have what? We have a set of numbers here where I also need to find the median, which means the number that is in the middle. So I have here 70, 72, 74, 76, 80, and 114. These numbers here, as you can see, they are already in the correct order, from least to greatest. But what happens here? What happens is that 70, 72, 1, and 1. Maybe you learn to do it this way. You go canceling. First and last. Next and next. So we come over here, we have two numbers in the middle, which means there's not just one number right here. So what do I have to do? I have to get my two numbers over here, add them up. So I will add the two numbers and divide by 2. I find the average, or the mean, of these two numbers. 74 plus 76 is 150. Divided by 2, 75. Well, right here where you cannot see, but the number here, I will write it down, is 75. So if you add 74 plus 76, divide by 2, you will get 75. And 75 is the median in this set of information that you have right here. Now, let me erase this. And I have what? Mode. Mode is the last one that we're going to see today. Mode is the number that occurs the most, or most often, the one that appears the most in the information that I have, in the set that I have. So if a number occurs exactly the same amount of times, if like all the numbers occur the same amount of time, the set has no mode. So let's see one example here. Let's see, we have 2, 3, 3, 5, 5, 5, 7, 7, 6, 6, another 5. So the number here in this data set that occurs more times is the number 5. It occurs 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And all the others happen less. 2 for 6, 2 for 7, 2 for 3, and only 1 for the number 2. Another example here is this one. I have 2, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, and 7. These numbers here, look, number 3 and number 4, they appear here exactly the same amount of times. So they're both here 3 times, which happens. The mode, now instead of having just one mode like in this example here, now I have what? Now I have 2 modes. Mode 3, because it appears 3 times, and mode 4, because it appears 4 times. All the other numbers that I have here appear less times than that. So these 2 here are the ones that I write down. Mode, I have 2 modes for this example. The last example that we have here is what? Is another one for mode, and I have 13, 14, 18, 23, 50, 71, and 99. All the numbers appear just once, which means this set here has no mode. There is nothing here that is more frequent than the other numbers. So they're all here the same amount of time. The same amount. So they all have 1. So none. Every value appears just once over here. So now what I want to show you are some tips for solving these problems. So the first one is find the median first. Because for you to find the median, what you have to do is what? You have to put your numbers in order. So it gets like everything gets organized, and it's easier for you to work with numbers that are organized. So find the median first. Second one, find the mode next, because the mode is the easiest one. The mode is just counting how many times the number appears, and then the one that appears the most, or if none appear the most, you count that one and mark how many times it appears. The last one, find the mean, because the mean is really mean. You have to do a lot of work, and I'm sorry. So that's why I put this sad face here, because it's a lot of work. So here we go. One example of how to work that in the order so you don't get lost. So let's see. The age of the students in a small classroom is displayed below. For this set of data, find the mean, median, and mode. Here's the age of the students. 2 students are 13. 1, 2, 3 students are 14. 1, 2, 3, 4 students are 15. And 3 students are 16. So I know you're already thinking the mode. The mode is going to be what? The number that appears the most time. 1, 2, 3, 4 times number 15. I already put it over here. The mode is 15 because it occurs 4 times. That's the one that is happening or being presented more often. It's the number 15. But I said, let's do this in order, and I am not doing that in order. So go, median. If we start counting the numbers, so we go cross 2 here, 2 over here, 1, 1. So we keep crossing. We come here to the middle and we have 2 numbers, 15. So the number 15 here, what I should do, or what we should do with any number is add both numbers, divide by 2. But they're both 15, so I did it. 15 plus 15, 30 divided by 2 is 15. But since they are both 15, we already know that we don't need to add and divide because they are the same number. We just have to write it down. So the median is 15. So median and mode, in this case, same information. What about the mean? Well, the mean is the mean number. So what do you have to do? Add up all the information, all these numbers here. We have to add them up, divide by 12. Why 12? Because we have 12 ages represented here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we add all the numbers and we divide by the amount of numbers that we have, which is 12. When we add all these numbers here, we get 176. And then we divide it by 12, which we have 14.7. So one thing that you see here, 14.7, this number is not part of my set. And not just because the numbers that I have here, see, the numbers that I have here, what I find, not except for the mode, what I find here, not necessarily is going to be a number that I have on my set. Because sometimes I'm going to get decimals here. See, I got a decimal right here. And I got a decimal in the other example. I just forgot to tell you that I should have called your attention for that. Because not every number that you get here is necessarily a number that belongs to the set that we have. So let's see here. Another example that I have. All right. This one is about temperature. So the daily February temperatures in degrees Fahrenheit for 10 days are listed for a certain city. Find the mean, median, and mode or modes of the data. So look what we have. We have what? We have temperatures here, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, 37, 37. So one of the good things is that the data is already ordered from least to greatest, so we do not have to put them in order. So let's find the median. How do we find the median again? We have to find the number in the middle. If we don't have just one number in the middle, we have to do the average of the 2 numbers that are in the middle. So let's see what it is. 20, 37, 21, 37, 29, 22, So here we are. Numbers 25 and 26. That is exactly the middle of my information. So what do I do with that number? 25 plus 26, the two numbers that I found here, and I divide by 2. This is 51 divided by 2. 25.5 is the median of this data, which is the number that is right in the middle of the information I have. The mode. The mode is the number that occurs more times. In this case, for this set, 37 appeared twice. So this is the number that is going to be my mode. And the mean, I know, again, the mean, I have to add and divide. How many temperatures do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I add all the temperatures given over there and divide by 10 because I have 10 temperatures here. 268 divided by 10, which is 26.8. That is the mean or the average temperature for this set of data that was given to us. Now, I hope this wasn't very hard for you. I hope it was really more of a review than of new information. So look at this. Now it's your turn. I know that if we were here in class, what would you do? You would have to work that up to show how you did. So since you're not here today, I am going to show you this. Find the mean, median, and mode for the following set of data. Show your work. So the first thing I have to do over here is to put all this information in the correct order from least to greatest. So my least number here is 60. So it's going to be 60, 62, 63, 64, and then I have 65 twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I didn't forget any number. So I go and I count, and I have these two numbers here that were left in the middle. So my median is going to be what? Is going to be 63 plus 64 divided by 2. And this gives me 63.5. This is the median. The mode. I'm going to write it here. Mode. The mode is what? The mode is the number that appears more frequently, that occurs more often. So in this case, I have two 65s. So 65 is the number for mode. And then the last one that I have to do is the mean. The mean is what? All the numbers added up divided by the amount of numbers I have. So it's 60 plus 62 plus 63 plus 64 plus 65 plus 65 divided by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, for this one, I will give you a minute so you can use your calculator and let me know how much you found. So here it is. I got the answer for you. The mean, which is the average, this one over here, is the same as 63.2. The median, 63.5, right here. And the mode, 65. We found all the numbers we were looking for. So now we have this one here. This is the last example that we are going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 numbers. They are already in the order from least to greatest, so I do not need to arrange the numbers. So what do I have to do? Median is going to be the number that is left right in the middle. So the median here is 1. Let's see the mode. The mode is going to be what? The one that appears more often. In this case, it's also the number 1. And then the last thing that we're going to do is the mean. The mean. The mean is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 14 plus 15 plus 18. And I have to divide that by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Divide by 7. Once again, I'll give you a second to get the calculator and find out how much that is. Here we go. When we add this all up and divide by 7, we get 7.3. The median 1, the mode 1. So look at that. Now we have some homework that is assigned to you with some instruction. So you are working on page 585 of your book, numbers 3 through 6. So this is not much. 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 problems, 11 and 12. So a total of 6 problems here. Show your work. Your grades will only be considered if the work is shown. To show your work, take a picture of the page you worked on and place it in Google Classroom. Remember not to place it in the streaming. Place it in the classroom and send it back to me. If you cannot do that for any reason, you know that you're always welcome to email me as well. I will see you tomorrow with one more class.